The courts, it's incredible. The courts actually have said this was okay. And listen, people are thinking right now there's got to be more to the story. And let me tell you, there is just two little bits more that you need to know. After Dominic was taken, because he was homeschooled, that was the only thing that caused them to take him off that plane. Okay? After that, they found that he had a couple cavities the family had planned to treat in India because they have a brother who's a dentist, and he hadn't received vaccinations according to the recommended government schedule. So those are the things, if you read the court documents, which I have, those are the only three things that the Swedish courts say he should be kept in care in the custody of the state because of those things. And that's it.
Wow. Well, have they ever used the words child abuse?
Yes, they have actually. Yeah, they actually called homeschooling borderline psychological abuse.
Word.
Oh yeah,
this is uncanny.
Oh,
okay, so here's poor Annie and her husband and being separated from Dominic, which really is beyond the pale of comprehension for most people within the sound of our voice. But just to point out now how absolutely aggressive things are getting in Sweden, talk to me now about a move by a politician there who wants to make something like this even easier for Swedish government officials to do in the future.
Well, the Swedish Parliament voted a year ago to make it even harder for parents to get permission to homeschool. Now you have to have what they call exceptional circumstances. Nobody really knows exactly what exceptional circumstances are, and that's something we're challenging in court. But this family, the Himmelstrand family, who have been in court for years, literally 4 or 5 years, they've been fighting in court. In the early years, they actually won a case, believe it or not. But after that, they stopped winning, courts of appeals rejected their cases. But now, actually, there is a little bit of hope, which is that a court of appeals has taken their cases. So we're hoping that we might have an opportunity to have a day in court here and get some intervention. But they have been fined, and in the context of being fined, this gentleman wrote a letter to a politician about their situation, and this politician then came out and said, well, yeah, of course, children should not be permitted to homeschool. They should all go to our great Swedish schools, and in fact, we need to make it easier for social services authorities to take children from families who don't send their children to school. And so this woman, Ed Holm, who's a leader in one of the liberal parties over there in Sweden, said, we need to change our laws to make it easier for this to happen.
And to finish her quote, she talks about that children are often kept away from school by their parents, often for religious or ideological reasons. Excuse me, Michael, when did that become a crime?
Well, in our country, it's not a crime. Of course, we have the First Amendment that says, we have the freedom of religious expression. But in Europe and Canada, they have a different viewpoint, and it's a very secular society in Europe, and politicians over there are afraid of Christianity for some reason. Sweden, if you're different, if you believe in Christ and you want to teach your children God's Word, you're a threat to the state, apparently, and they want to take your children and put them in the state schools.
Absolutely unbelievable. So because of what happened with Dominic, and because they lost all the way to the High Court in Sweden, this liberal politician with the proposal that it become even easier to pull children out of their homes, do you think this is going to get through the legislature and just make the state all the more triumphant when it comes to parent-child relations?
Well, this is one leader of a large party, and we've heard that there are some sensible heads in the parliament in Sweden who aren't so keen on doing this. In fact, a lot of the pressure that is being generated about these stories in the international press is giving some pause to some politicians there. They don't like